Hello, students. Welcome to the online class of biology. Today, we will study about Chapter 2 Biological Classification. You know, Wolfia being the smallest plant and Eucalyptus being the tallest plants are grouped together. In the similar way, bat and whale they have a large number of differences but still they are grouped together. This is all being solved by biological classification. The first attempt of classification was made by Aristotle, who is the father of biology. He used simple morphological characters to classify plants into herbs, shrubs, and trees. In the similar way, he divided animals into two groups, one with red blood and other which do not have red blood. But his system of classification was known as the artificial system of classification because it was based upon few characteristics. The next system of classification was given by Carolus Linnaeus. He classified organisms into kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. But his system of classification does not have any distinction between eukaryotic, prokaryotic, unicellular, multicellular, autotrophic, and heterotrophic. Therefore, his system of classification was also rejected. Then another system was given by Ernest Haeckel. He included kingdom Protista along with kingdom Plantae and Animalia. Then the next attempt was made by Copeland. He gave four systems of classification. Then the most recent and the accepted system was given by Robert H. Whittaker, that is known as the five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification was given by Robert H. Whittaker in 1969, and this is the most recent system of classification. He classified organisms into five kingdoms: kingdom Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. The criteria for classification which were used by him include the cell structure, means whether the cells are eukaryotic or prokaryotic. Second is thallus organization, that means whether the body is differentiated into root, stem, or leaves, or it is undifferentiated. Third is mode of nutrition, whether the organisms are autotrophs or heterotrophs. Then reproduction means whether organisms have asexual mode of reproduction or both sexual or asexual modes of reproduction. Then phylogenetic relationships means it is based upon the evolutionary history of the organisms. The basic system of classification was given by Robert H. Whittaker only, and after him there was a scientist named Carl Woese. He divided the kingdom Monera into two, that is Eubacteria and Archaebacteria, and he gave the sixth kingdom system of classification. On the basis of domain, there are three domain system also, that is Eubacteria, Archaebacteria, and all the eukaryotic organisms were grouped together as Eukarya. Then eight kingdom system of classification was also given, in which we have Eubacteria, Archaebacteria, Archezoa, Chromista, Protista, Plantae, Fungi, and Animalia. But the most accepted system of classification is the five kingdom system of classification. Now we will study in detail one by one about Monera, which is divided into Eubacteria and Archaebacteria, Protista, Plantae, Fungi, and Animalia. This is the outline of sixth kingdom classification. Eubacteria and Archaebacteria, they contain the unicellular prokaryotic organisms, but Archaebacteria live in very harsh conditions as compared to Eubacteria. Then Protista. Protista is a kingdom of unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Then Plantae, Animalia, and Fungi, they are the kingdoms of multicellular eukaryotic organisms. But in fungi, there is no chlorophyll, it is saprophytic, and in Plantae, there is present chlorophyll and they are autotrophic. And Animalia is totally heterotrophic. Now we will study in detail about kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera includes the prokaryotes and it's not monophyletic. It is divided into two branches. One branch is of Archaebacteria which lives in extreme environmental condition and other is of Eubacteria or bacteria. This is a slide showing two types of bacteria, that is Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Archaebacteria include Methanobacterium, Thermoacidophiles, and Eubacteria they include gram positive and gram negative bacteria. Now we will study in detail about Archaebacteria. Archae means ancient. So the primitive bacteria are called Archaebacteria and they are classified into three categories on the basis of the environmental conditions in which they live. They are of three types: methanogens, thermoacidophiles, and halophiles. The first type of archaebacteria are methanogens. They are the methane producing bacteria. They help in conversion of the carbon dioxide of swampy area into methane gas. These bacteria are also present in the cow dung and they convert the organic matter of cow dung into methane by fermentation. And the example of this type of bacteria is Methanococcus. They are also present in the ruminating organisms like cow and they help in digesting the cellulose and convert it into methane gas by fermentation. For example, Rumenococcus. Second type of archaebacteria are halophiles. Halo means salt. Philes mean loving. So they are salt loving. They are present in the extreme salty conditions such as Great Salt Lake and the Dead Sea. Halophiles are surrounded by the purple membrane in which the pigment bacteriorhodopsin is found and due to which their membrane can absorb the bright light and directly forms the ATP. So they can directly generate the ATP or energy from the sunlight. Therefore, they are non-photosynthetic. This is a slide showing the halophiles present in water. Thermoacidophiles. Thermoacidophiles are the archaebacteria which can live at high temperature and in acidic conditions. These are found in those places where temperature is approximately from 80 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade. But now it has been found that they can also live up to 200 degree centigrades. These are aerobic bacteria which have capacity to oxidize sulfur to H2SO4 at a very high temperature and high acidity, whereas in some conditions they can reduce sulfur to H2S also when they are present in anaerobic conditions. They are found in hot sulfur springs such as Yellowstone National Park. They are also present in the vent of the volcanoes. It has been found that they have got a special type of lipids in their membrane, which are the derivatives of isoprenoid, which can tolerate a very high temperature and high acidic conditions. This is a slide showing the Yellowstone National Park, which is present in United States of America. This park is famous for the hot springs, gushing geysers, and lush greenery. This is a favorite place of heat-loving prokaryotes, that is thermoacidophiles. So students, that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.